Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Breaking Bulletin, your premier source for critical global developments. What do you think about the escalating tensions between Ukraine and Russia? Please like this video, share it with others, and subscribe with the notification bell activated so you never miss an update as we dive into this unfolding story. Today, we are examining a dramatic escalation in the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Ukraine has struck Moscow with major drone strikes, marking one of the most significant attacks on the Russian capital since the war began. This development, reported by the Daily Mail Online on March 14, 2025, at 0:15 PDT, details a barrage of Ukrainian drones hitting Moscow, the second such assault in 3 days, amid claims from Kiev that Russian President Vladimir Putin is thwarting peace efforts. The strikes occurred overnight between March 13th and 14th, targeting multiple sites within and around Moscow. The Russian Ministry of Defense announced that its air defense systems intercepted over 60 drones, though debris from downed units struck residential areas, igniting fires and causing casualties. Local reports, cited by the Daily Mail, indicate that explosions rocked the Balashikha district, a Moscow suburb, with smoke rising from damaged buildings early on March 14th. Ukraine's military has not officially confirmed the operation, but sources suggest it was a direct response to Putin's recent conditions for a ceasefire, which President Volodymyr Zelensky rejected as unfeasible. Per Reuters on March 13th, this comes after a similar attack 2 days prior, on March 11th, when posts found on X claimed Ukraine launched over 300 drones at Moscow, damaging at least 7 apartments, as noted by users referencing Russian state media. Moscow, a city of over 12 million, has rarely faced direct attacks since Russia's invasion of Ukraine began on February 24, 2022. The Russian Ministry of Defense reported that air defenses downed 91 of 343 drones in that earlier assault, with 223 fatalities and 17 injuries in residential zones, per a March 11th statement echoed by posts found on X. The March 14th strikes appear more targeted, with unverified reports suggesting an oil depot and a nearby airport were among the intended objectives. The Daily Mail highlighted a massive inferno at the Tuapse oil refinery, 900 kilometers south of Moscow, hit by Ukrainian drones hours earlier, suggesting a coordinated escalation. Russia's response was swift and furious. Moscow Mayor Sergei Sobyanin confirmed early on March 14th that emergency services were deployed to Balashikha, where fires damaged multiple structures. The Russian Foreign Ministry labeled the strikes a terrorist attack on civilians, accusing Ukraine of sabotaging peace talks, per a March 14th TASS report. Meanwhile, Ukraine intensified its counter-narrative. Zelensky, speaking on March 13th via UNIAN, accused Putin of undermining a potential 30-day truce proposed by United States President Donald Trump, claiming Moscow's barrage of drones on Kharkiv hitting homes and a hospital showed bad faith. The war's toll is staggering. The United Nations estimates over 10,000 civilian deaths in Ukraine since 2022, with Russia launching relentless drone and missile campaigns on cities like Kyiv and Odessa. Kyiv's retaliation has grown bolder, with drone strikes penetrating deep into Russian territory, a shift from earlier defensive postures. The Tuapse refinery strike underscores this reach. Located in Krasnodar Krai, it processes 12 million tons of oil annually, per Rosneft's 2024 data, and its destruction could disrupt fuel supplies critical to Russia's military. Locals reported 10 deafening explosions, with debate over whether drones or missiles were used. Per the Daily Mail, Moscow's air defense, while robust, struggled. The Russian Ministry of Defense claims a layered system of S-400s and Pantsir units, yet debris from intercepted drones caused significant damage, raising questions about its efficacy against massed assaults. Posts found on X from March 11th suggest Ukrainian drones are increasingly sophisticated, possibly aided by Western technology, though no hard evidence confirms this. The timing is critical. Trump, sworn in on January 20th, 2025, has pushed for a ceasefire, per Reuters. But Putin's March 12th conditions Ukraine ceding occupied territories and abandoning NATO bids were dismissed by Zelensky as surrender. The March 14th strikes signal Kyiv's refusal to negotiate from weakness. Russia's civilian toll emerged. In Balashika, footage from RT on March 14th showed firefighters battling blazes in a high-rise, with shattered windows and scorched facades. Sobyanin reported no fatalities by 8 o'clock local time, but injuries and evacuations mounted. Per TASS, Ukraine's strategy appears dual-purpose. Militarily, it disrupts Russian logistics. Tuapse's inferno could strain fuel reserves, while politically, it pressures Moscow's populace, long insulated from the war's front lines. Posts found on X from March 11th note Russian dismay at losing this spectator status, a sentiment echoed by Kristina Nestoyanova, wife of a diplomat who described waking to air defense blasts amid truce talks. Global reactions are mixed. The United States State Department, per AP News on March 13th, condemned civilian casualties but avoided endorsing the strikes, reflecting Trump's mediation stance. China, via Xinhua, called for de-escalation, wary of broader instability affecting its oil imports. The European Union, per Reuters, reiterated support for Ukraine's self-defense rights, citing Russia's aggression. NATO's role looms large. Secretary General Mark Rutte, meeting Trump on March 13th, offered increased Arctic presence to counter Russia, per Reuters, but avoided committing to direct involvement in Ukraine's strikes. Moscow's air defense claims success yet reveals gaps. The S-400, designed for high-altitude threats, struggles with low-flying drones, per a 2023 RUSI analysis explaining urban debris fallout. Ukraine's drone capabilities have evolved. From early repurposed commercial units, Kyiv now deploys long-range models like the UJ-22. With an 800-kilometer range, per Defense Express 2024, the Tuapse strike suggests even greater reach, possibly via new designs or staging bases. Russia's retaliation was immediate. Overnight on March 13th to 14th, Moscow launched 80 drones on Kharkiv, igniting a hospital roof in Zolochiv, per Ukrainian Emergency Service reports via the Daily Mail. This tit-for-tat escalation risks derailing peace efforts. Economic fallout is brewing. Oil prices spiked to $85 per barrel on March 14th, per Bloomberg after Tuapse's blaze, with analysts warning of supply shocks if Russia's refineries remain vulnerable. Moscow's residents face a new reality. Sobyanin's updates, per TASS, note restricted airspace and heightened security, a stark shift from the capital's prior immunity. Zelensky's defiance is clear. His March 13th UNIAN speech framed the strikes as proof Ukraine can hit back, urging Western allies for more aid requests Trump has resisted, per AP News. The war's human cost deepens. Kharkiv's hospital fire injured staff and patients, per Ukrainian reports, while Moscow's civilian toll, though smaller, shatters its insulated narrative. This is Breaking Bulletin, delivering thorough analysis. Ukraine's major drone strikes on Moscow on March 14, 2025, escalate a conflict teetering between war and fragile peace, challenging Russia's resilience and global mediation efforts. What are your thoughts on whether these strikes strengthen Ukraine's position or risk a broader escalation? Please share your perspective in the comments. I look forward to your views. If you found this report insightful, please like this video, share it with others, and subscribe with the notification bell on for more in-depth coverage. Thank you for joining us. Stay informed, remain engaged, and I will see you in our next update.